everyone, welcome to my second in my series of big comprehensive music theory classes. Now, why do I call it comprehensive? The reason is I've found that making these short online classes are good for some topics and less good for other topics. And music theory is one that is not extremely simple. It gets complicated and it builds and it builds and it builds. So I wanted to devise an online course that took us from beginning to end. So the first one I made, which you may have seen, focuses primarily on reading notes and basically how to understand a music score, like the one we're looking at here. This one is going to dive into the real nitty-gritty of music theory. We're going to focus on major keys throughout this whole course. We're going to look at chords, how chords are built, what notes go in chords, how to figure out what notes go in chords, how to figure out any scale by the pattern of a scale, not just by memorizing, but by learning what makes up a scale. What goes into keys, and the same deal with that one. What is the pattern of a key, how to figure out any key, not just memorizing. There's not going to be very much stuff that you're going to need to memorize in this course, a couple things, but mostly we're looking at learning how to understand music on a deeper level, including this piece that we're looking at here. We are going to, by the end of this class, do a complete analysis of this piece. This is Minuet in G by Bach. It's not the most exciting piece ever written, but it has a lot of really interesting things in it. We're gonna know what every single note is doing on this page. We're gonna do a complete harmonic analysis using Roman numerals, same thing you would do in one of my college classes. I'm gonna walk you through every step of it. Also, throughout this class, I'm gonna give you a whole bunch, I think 8 practice worksheets that you can do if you want. On these worksheets, there'll be some things that you can do to reinforce the concepts that we've just learned in each section. And then I'll also be giving you an answer key so you can check. You can also post questions to the class and I will answer those very quickly if another student doesn't answer them before me, which is also a nice touch. So I hope that you are excited to learn music theory as I am to teach it. So please jump in and let's get started right away. Now, before we jump into the class, one of the things I always do is I wait to film this introductory video until I've finished filming all of the rest of the class. So the class is done. I'm filming this now, and I want to show you some of the cool stuff that we cover in this class. So here are a few excerpts from the class that just kind of show you the teaching style that I have and how we're going to cover different things and a couple of the topics that we're going to cover. So please check this out, and then I will see you inside the class for the first lesson. Scale looks something like this. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Now, you're going to hear me say that a billion times. So let's put a G right there, because that's the 5th note of my scale, which is going to make this feel like this note is going to lead to there, because it's one of those tendency tones.
Together we cry.
Scale, and the 5th note of the scale makes a C major triad because we use the scale of C. Let me say that one more time. If we start off with a C major minor scale, 7th chords have a similar kind of prettiness to them, but kind of encapsulated in a minor chord. Minor thirds are smaller than major thirds, right? Augmented is a term we use to mean slightly stretched apart, slightly bigger than it ought to be, right?